Hey everybody, what's going on? My name is TahmCram, and today we're going to be playing some Rimworld. I'm going to try to keep this sort of vanilla. Okay, that's a complete and total lie. It's definitely heavily modded. We are going to be doing a Rich Explorer playthrough. I'm going to be playing on Rough Randy, so I'm probably going to get destroyed very early on. And yeah, I'm going to create a character using the mod Prepare Carefully. So this is my current mod list right now. We've got quite a bit of mods on here, and I will be sure to make a collection and throw it into the description at the link below. I would be creating episode 13 of Soma right now. However, my dad taught me at a very young age, if you're going to play scary games, you got to do it right, and not at 9 a.m. in the morning. So we are going to start off the new colony. We're going to be doing a Rich Explorer playthrough as with Rough Randy. I am pretty stoked for this. I've been thinking about it for a while. Wasn't sure when to get into it, when to give it a go, but yeah, we're gonna give this a try and see how far we make it. So I'm going to be creating my own stats with my character, as well as giving him his passion, his more passionate, and his less passionate, or the fire icon. I will be using 5d20s for that, and we're going to roll stats. Pretty much just and see where they go. I'm gonna roll a dice. I'm gonna take that number and I'm gonna place it at the first stat, and then roll the second dice, place that at the second stat, and so on and so forth. So let's go ahead and get started. So we're gonna do Rich Explorer, and I have the double pop mod on because I enjoy more or less micromanaging, having tons of colonists and lots of wealth to get big raids. So we're going to be playing on, there's actually the extreme difficulty. That was what I meant by rough. So we are going to play on Rough Randy Extreme, or Randy Random Extreme. For the seed, I'm actually going to search up Tom, and we're going to see if anything comes up at 100%. We're going to generate. Okay, so the world has been generated. As you can see, we've got the Lark Ocean here in the center, and then we also have Green Needle Ocean, Psychobi Ocean. It disappeared. There it is. Psychobi Ocean, Curled Sea, the Alice Mebo Taiga. We also have the Schothenbach. I really like reading these. I think that they're pretty funny. Some of them can be really funny. Bigfoot Range down over here in the corner. So the story for our character, what we're going to do is I am going to be a rich explorer who was traveling through space. I was trying to find a trying to find some riches, trying to essentially become the president of an island, or what have you. Essentially become the president of a nation, in which creating my own government, doing all of those things. Before we pick a landing site, I'm going to use the vanilla, just the medium 250 by 250 map. Reason being is I have noticed that there are some frame rate drops when you start, building up your colony, getting more and more people, having, dead pawns all over the place, and just like the data that gets stored. And that's just kind of what happens when you've got a 32-bit game. So I'm going to just leave it at medium, 250 by 250. And then the auto for the season. For our factions list, we've got a ton of factions. One of the mods that I'm using is more random factions. So yeah, we've got quite a bit of factions here. Some like us, and of course others don't. With that, I would click the select random site. However, the way that I'm going to do it is I'm going to turn my head, and I'm going to just spin around the map, and I'm going to left click, and whatever comes up, comes up. If it's an ocean, I'm just going to do it again, and then we'll go from there. So here we go. Alright, what do we got? I click on anything? Ice sheet. We picked an ice sheet. And we're pretty far in to said ice sheet. Let's see what the terrain is like here. This is gonna be a little difficult. This is gonna be a little difficult on Randy Random Extreme. But you know what? It's the card that we've been dealt, and we're gonna play on it. So let's give it a go. So again, I'm gonna use prepare carefully, and I am going to. I actually have a character that is pre-made, so we are going to. We're gonna delete this character. We're just gonna start fresh here. So we're gonna remove all the perks that they have. And we're gonna rename these guys, so TahmCram, and our nickname just be Tam. I am 23 almost. I'll be 23 in June, so we'll make it 22. Whatever. Chronological age will be 22 as well. I am definitely not that white. I'm pretty white, but not that white. Not that pale, if you will. We're going to turn all of these stats down to 0. Take off these passions. Okay. So, in my childhood, I was a video gamer. We're just going to leave that because it's super true. And as far as our background here, let's be a okay, I think that we have picked our background. I think I'm going to be a lone gunman. I would go with the explorer. It's a little bit disadvantageous against what we're trying to do. So the lone gunman, yeah, it doesn't really go with what we established for a story. But I'm gonna go with it just because, one, I like the way it sounds. I think it sounds kind of cool, and two, the stats are pretty nice. So we're +4 shooting, +1 in social, +3 in medicine, and +2 cooking. So we're gonna go with that. So the skills. So we need to make sure that all of these are turned all the way down, which it looks like they are. Obviously, I get a passive bonus to those. So whatever we roll on the dice, if it's above a 4, for instance, like let's say I roll an 11, we'll just bring it up to 11, and we'll leave it at that. If it's below a 4, then, okay, big whoop. Like, if we're below a 4, we'll leave it at 4 because I can't lower it anymore. So, yeah, so we're going to start rolling the dice. Okay, so I've got my dice here, and we have a 4 for the first stat. So we're going to leave that alone. A 7 for the melee. A 4. I am getting absolutely awful rolls here. So we already have a 4 in social. We'll leave that alone. A 3 in animals. Oh, this is gonna be rough. A 3 in medicine. Would you look at that? I already have that. A 5 in cooking. So we get a little bit of a stat boost there from what we had before. A 6 in construction. A 4 in growing. Man, this is gonna be awful. I'm gonna die so fast. I'm gonna die so fast. A 20. A 20 in mining. We're a miner. That's okay. All right. Way to come in at the last second. A 4 for artistic. A 5 for crafting. and a 17 for intellectual, which is completely inaccurate, but you know what? Whatever. All right, so now that we have our shitty stats, I'm going to use D4s. They look like little triangles, in case no one's ever seen a D4 before. I am going to use the triangles to essentially pick my passion level for each thing. So we're a bit of an intellectual, so I'm going to give myself a little bit of a handicap here. So a 1 is just going to be no passion whatsoever. 2 and 3 are going to be some kind of passion, that's fine. And then a 4 is just going to be complete, you love doing this. So let's go ahead and give those a few rolls. All right, so here's roll number 1 for shooting. So we got a 4 there. We're gonna bump that up. We've got a 2 there, so that's gonna be a +1 there on passion. We've got another 2 there, so there we go. We've got a 2 for animals. We've got a 4 for medicine. We've got a 3. I should probably angle it like this, because then you can see a little bit better. A 3 for construction. A 4 for growing. Where'd you go? There you are. 2 for mining, which it doesn't really matter. We've got a 20 and a 4 for artistic, a 3 for crafting, and a 3 for intellectual. So we got a bit of passion in everything. Shooting, medicine, and growing, and artistic. Those are our biggies. The artistic would be nice to make money in order to sustain the colony. And then everything else has at least one passion in it, which could be a little bit broken. It probably will be a little bit broken, but we're on, Randy Random Extreme, and I don't think we're gonna last very long, anyways. So let's go ahead and make our character here. So we're gonna go with the average body set. Head type is gonna be average normal. That's fine. Our hair. So as you can see, the hair there, I got this weird croissant thing going on. That's what people at work were saying, so that's what we're gonna go with, is the croissant cut. Let me see if I can find that. Okay, so half shaved is going to be the hairstyle. We're gonna turn that blonde, because that's really blonde. That's a little bit better. All right, for our pants, we're gonna do pants, but instead of synth red, we're actually gonna use cloth, just so that we don't have that extra little. I got all that passion, so you know what? We can go with cloth just to make things a little bit even though it doesn't really do anything whatsoever. T-shirt. Not military fatigues, and we're gonna make that cloth as well. The middle clothing layer, overalls, so we're actually gonna remove, nope, nothing, absolutely nothing. For this, we are going to do we'll just keep it at a jacket, why not? I mean, the fur coat would be really nice, but honestly, we have no idea what we're getting ourselves into. If we want to keep this to a point where we're landing on a planet and we have no idea where we're going to end up, we have no idea what's about to happen, so yeah, we'll just leave it like that. As far as the accessory goes, we're going to leave that at none, no smoke pop belts or shield belts. And then for the hat, I'm actually going to do nothing there. Okay, so for the traits, there are at least 60 traits. I might have counted 2. 2 is 1, which, no, that happens, whatever. So in that case, we're going to use random.org, and with that, I am going to generate a random number between 1 and 60, and I'm going to choose 3 traits. So hopefully we don't get anything, too crazy, like slothful, staggeringly ugly, and I don't know, pyromaniac, because then that's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem for if we're a pyromaniac, we're staggeringly ugly. Mental breaks all over, and then I'm going to light everything on fire. So, yeah. Well, I was unable to get random.org, the window, to pop up onto the stream capture. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take little snippets of it, and I'm going to place one here, and here, and here. Okay, so now we have our numbers, 24, 10, and 12. So we're going to start with 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have a chemical interest. 12. So 2 down from that. Creepy breathing. Tam breathes heavily all the time and sweats constantly. That is very close to real life. And 24. So 12. 13, 14, 15, 16. So from Fast Walker, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and 24. So we're a jogger, which is nowhere near close to real life. So yeah, so there's our traits. This is our character. This is Tam. I totally did not change this whole mustache thing. I don't like that. There we go. Our brow. We're gonna... There we go. Okay, so as far as our equipment goes, I'm actually going to leave the equipment as is. The only thing that I'm going to remove is this female warg, because we're not going to want to take care of that. I mean, it could definitely come in handy. It could definitely be useful. However, my animal skill is garbage. I mean, look at this. I have a 3 in animals. So I can't train that thing right now. It would literally just be wandering around and would eat all of my food if necessary. So I think that the first thing that we're going to do as soon as we land is we're going to try to go away. We don't want to stay here. So yeah, let's... I think this is gonna... I'm really hoping it doesn't. Hang on. Let's save my character real quick. Okay. So yeah, I think that we are going to get started. Okay, so our game has loaded. Our description isn't a little bit... It's a little bit off from what we were going for. I'll have to create a scenario at some point, and then you guys can go ahead and give this scenario a try if you really want to. So, the neurosimulations, hologames, and free orgies were never enough for you. You wanted more. The grit and consequence of real life. They talk about it in the history books. You wanted to know what real change and consequence felt like. Now, after a long journey of decades in crypto sleep, you're landing on this unknown Rimworld. Real consequences await you. Here we go. And there I am. Got my little charged rifle, so we're going to equip that. And again, there's really nothing here. This is pretty dead. There's no... there's a lot of nothing. Yeah, we're gonna die. We're gonna die. That's I think that's well known. So so we're going to go ahead and start. I'm pretty sure we're gonna start developing hypothermia. Yep, we need warm clothes. So we're gonna start with a little structure. I do have the mod. The mod that allows for transparent roofing, I do believe. Let me take a look here. Let me guess. It's something that I get way later on. Yep. Transparent roofs. So we're going to have to build a table for that. We're going to have to research that immediately if we want to survive. Right now we've got 40 packaged survival meals. It's going to last us about 20 days. 300 wood. There's not a lot of trees out here, as you can tell. So we're going to have to rely on stone cutting and growing our own trees for now until we can build our own. So first thing that I always really like to do is I like to build a little stockpile zone, but I like to roof it just in case, so that this way, you know, things don't just start to deteriorate. So we're going to build a little roofed area right there, and we are going to put a stockpile dumping zone, or just a stockpile zone, not dumping zone, my bad, there. And we're going to check our work. So we are assigned to everything currently. We're going to take off everything that has nothing to do with constructing, plant cutting, all of that. We're going to just take all of that off for now. And we are going to hopefully start hauling and building. Yep, here we go. And we are going to build a little hut, just something that we can survive in for now. So let's build that, and let's get a bed in there. Okay, build a door, and we're going to build a roof. Fast forward. Now, one thing that we really are going to need also is a fuel generator. No, we need to get a solar generator so that we can power a heater so we do not die immediately. I'm going to set this to myself so that I know where to go to sleep. And let's get a generator going. So, I don't think a wind turbine is going to work here. I actually don't know how to check the wind to see if it's good. So we're going to build a solar generator. We're going to build a spot for our batteries. And then what we need to do is we need to get rid of this snow. But first, let's deal with that. I'm going to build a battery right here, and then let's go ahead and build a power conduit that runs to that battery. And then after that, we're going to build a heater, and yeah, give that a go. Okay, so it looks like we've got our battery, we've got our solar generator up. We're not going to get much power generated here because it's starting to become up onto nighttime. However, our room is a nice, cozy 65 degrees. Are we getting hypothermia right now? No, it says we're comfortable. So, you know, hopefully, oh, we're building a snowman. Yeah, all right. And looks like we're going to sleep. So one thing that we really need to do is we're gonna have to scavenge all of this stone, and we're gonna have to try to use it so that we can build a small little area so that we can do some research. We can try to get that transparent roofing down. I'm actually not too worried about the food, because the food should be, if I create it with this temperature, it should be refrigerated. The only issue that I see is having to deal with, oh, looks like I defecated in the open, which that sucks, but, you know, it is what it is. You gotta survive, and that's how we're gonna do it. We're gonna survive right there, right out in the open. That's, it's good, it's good. I am going to actually build a area to use the bathroom. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna deconstruct this. And then I want to get some wood floors in here because personally not a fan of all the snow. A fan of all the snow. I'm not gonna do it with wood floors actually. Now that I think of it. We need as much wood as we possibly can, and we are already at 86, which I don't even know if we can build a research bench at this point. Let's take a look at that. Let's see if we can do that. I can build it out of other materials, limestone blocks being one of them, but I can't. I cannot use this wood unless I really, really need to. I need to save every last bit of wood that I have, because as soon as I run out of that, we're screwed. We're toast. So I'm gonna get as much limestone here as possible, and then after I get that limestone, we are going to use it to try to build a research bench and build us a little area that we can do that research at. Once we get that transparent roofing, I can try working on essentially a greenhouse near my little hut here. It looks like our battery is getting quite a bit of power stored up, and that's good for our heater. This heater is going to keep us alive. So yeah, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens here. So looking around the map already, looks like we've got some compacted machinery, actually quite a bit of it. There's some metal, and there is an escape pod. An escape pod has just crashed near us. You've detected an escape pod crashing hard nearby. If anyone survived the impact, they'll be badly wounded. You can rescue them and send them on their way, or capture them for recruitment or slavery purposes. So we've got Tony here. Tony is a female space refugee, age 32. She's got quite a bit of scratches and cuts. She's got a stab scar in her torso, which is not too good. She's also naked, which means that she is going to get cold really fast. She is a expert in melee, got a 12 in that. She has some passion for medicine, cooking, construction, mining, artistic, and crafting. Currently in my state, I don't think we're ready. I do not think that we are ready for more people to join our colony, because if they do, they're going to consume more food. They are going to take up space. It's just going to be more people to deal with right away, and I just don't think that we are ready for Tony. So I'm sorry, Tony, but we're going to have to leave you to die. It's a rough world out there. It's a Rimworld out there. That was a really bad joke. Why did I say that? I'm sorry. Alright, so after he gets done deconstructing all of this, we're going to take it and we are going to make us a small little research area. And as soon as that is done, we are going to get to researching immediately. We cannot waste time. We need food. We are going to run out of food. We're at 35 food currently, and it is only day 3. So now that all of that is complete, let's go ahead and we are going to build a limestone research bench. So we're going to put that right there. Under structures, I am going to build some walls for limestone blocks. So we're going to put that out just a little bit, just enough. I'm going to close that off like that. And then I am going to build a roof area over it. And we're going to build a door. We're going to build a door out of limestone. So now that we have that, I'm going to fast forward here. We've got a few other little ruins around the map, just, you know, random things. Granite would be really nice if we were going to stay here permanently. However, I do plan on getting out of here as quickly as possible. I do not want to stay here very long. So we're actually going to have you work on that research bench. We do not want to wait for that. So go ahead and start working on that. You know, as I think about it more and more, I am almost certain that Randy is going to punish me for refusing his gift of Tony, and I feel that coming soon. We are bursting currently, so what that means is if you do not have the Dubs Bad Hygiene mod, that means that we need a toilet, and we need a little wash bucket so that we can use the bathroom, we can bathe. Looks like our limestone bench is done, and we're gonna go to sleep for the night. So under the expanded roofing mod, we have the transparent roofs, which is 800 research points, so we're going to start researching that immediately. But first, we need to build these latrines and this wash bucket, or else our mood is going to just keep decreasing. As you can see here in the Moody mod, oh, we have another escape pod. Let's see who it is. Alcamo. Alcamo. So he's a fast learner, he's psychically dull, but he cannot do dumb labor. And dumb labor includes... actually, it doesn't say. I want to say dumb labor includes hauling, cleaning, and just like little things that are kind of important. Let's see. He's good. He's an artist. He can do some good art. He's pretty passionate for cooking. But other than that, his skills are pretty bad. Pretty bad. They're not that great. So we're gonna actually leave him to die. Yep, that's what we're gonna do. Our little snowman out here, he's just hanging out. Look at him. Look at him. Look at his face. Look at his... Now he's got a nose. My cursor has become the snowman's nose. Wow. If I had carrots, I wonder if I could put a nose on him. That would be kind of cool. With that too, this could be a bad temperature situation as far as researching and whatnot. So we may have to put a heater in here and have it run off of the batteries. I can turn it off at night so that it does not consume all of our power. But it looks like we're going to get this latrine going. Oh, that's for a mod. It's for defensive positions. So it looks like our latrine is built. So now we can use the bathroom, which is excellent. I'm going to assign that to myself. And our wash bucket is done. So now we're washing. That's going to increase our mood quite a bit. Hygiene has gone up, and we don't have that debuff anymore. We don't have that needs debuff. Our bedroom's awful. It is an awful place, and I don't blame him. I don't blame him for that. You know, there's snow all over the ground. Actually, we can get rid of that real quick. I hope, please. Hello. Delete snow. Clear snow. And we're gonna clear snow in here too. Right there. Yeah, you clear that snow. Oh, or you can go to sleep. That's fine too. We're at 32 food. 32 packaged survival meals. We need to get food going immediately. So what we're going to do is we're going to stop him from constructing, and we're going to switch him over to researching and take him off of hauling and cleaning. This is going to be big because we are essentially running against the clock right now, against having these packaged survival meals and how long they're going to last us. It's getting colder, as you saw with his breath just now. Let's see if we're at a bad temperature. Yep, we are at a bad temperature. So what we're going to do is we're going to build a heater in here. And then we are going to connect that to our power. So let's get the power conduit going. We're just going to run it right there. And we're going to switch him from researching to constructing. Alright. And I want you to work on that right now. Faster that we can get this research, the faster we can have food, and the faster we can eat something other than these packaged survival meals. We now have a heater that is in the room. We're going to take him off of constructing and hauling and put him on researching. Now I do know one thing. You can build a dining chair. We're going to build it out of steel because it is a resource that we can... no, you know what? We're going to wait. We're going to wait on the chair. It looks like we're coming along pretty well with the research. I mean, we're going up pretty fast points. So whenever we get those points figured out, then we can get our transparent roofing, and we can start building our greenhouse. This battery also is not going to be able to hold up to what we need. With the transparent roofing, it's nice because I don't need to worry about heating the room or keeping it lit. Well, the heating, yes, I do have to keep the room heated because the bad temperature will cause the plants to die. So what I could do, and call me crazy, but we can put a vent here, and we can put the greenhouse around this, and I'm gonna grow rice out of that. From what I have seen, rice has the greatest return, I guess, for how quickly it grows, as well as how much you get out of it. Once I do that, I'm gonna have to build a little cooking area, which I may do over here, and run a vent to that, so that we can have the not bad work speed penalty. I actually don't think that this is consuming too much power, so we're gonna leave this alone. We're gonna let it just run because the battery is at full. It's at full charge. It went through the whole night without really losing much charge, so we're gonna keep that the same. And we're coming up on day 5, I want to say. I'm already losing track. Yep, day 5. So it is December, which means it is the December is actually summer here, and it's 27 degrees. So it's gonna get really cold in winter, like very cold. We're gonna have to build some fur coats. We need to ensure that we're gonna be able to survive in this cold. And yeah, it's this is already a challenge. I've never really had to think so thoroughly on what we needed to accomplish. So yeah, we're gonna do that. And that's it. You see it here, folks. Research finished. Transparent roofs allows you to build transparent roofs for indoor greenhouses. So now what we're going to do is we're going to hold off. We're going to hold off on the researching. We're actually going to switch back over to constructing, and we're going to go to clean. And we are going to, it looks like we are out of limestone, so we are going to do some deconstructing of the surrounding area, probably some granite, a little bit of limestone. It's going to kind of look like a Frankenstein's monster type thing. But we are going to deconstruct this limestone over here, so let's hop right to that, hopefully. Yep, we're going to go do that right now. And we got one wall before I said, screw it, it is nighttime, I'm going to bed. It is sleepy time for Tam. Yeah, night-night. Night-night, you little shit. Alright, day 6. We are going to deconstruct this wall. Or all of these walls, hopefully. Let's do it quick. I should be gaining some experience for that. Let's see here. Yep, we're gaining experience, crafting or construction experience for deconstructing these walls, which is nice. So that's going to help us out quite a bit with building things faster, building them more efficient, making them look pretty. So yeah, so we are going to finish building or deconstructing these walls per se. The complete opposite of building. Looks like we have a group of travelers. The gray boom rat Oiragero. They are passing by, so it doesn't look like they're gonna hang around here very long. I don't blame them. It's damn cold out here, 39 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah, I don't blame them one bit. Let them go through. We don't, you know, I could try to fight them. That is something that I could try doing, but we're gonna hold off on that. I don't think we're ready for that because in the end, we don't have anywhere to put. We don't have anything to do with them. We don't have any prison beds. We don't have any locations to place them or take care of them for that matter. I mean, we've got 30 glitter world medicine, but I don't want to waste that on prisoners. That's not gonna happen. I will use just my hands and some cloth, and we will patch them up, whatever charge shot wounds that we happen to give them. So looks like we just finished deconstructing that little last bit of flooring, but there's still quite a bit back over there, but we're gonna call it a night for that. What we're gonna do is we are going to build just a little bit. This is probably way too much limestone, but one thing I actually should have totally checked was, yeah, we can't even do that. Okay. Oh, we're getting raided. A group of Outlanders. A group, but it's one dude, and he's got an M9A1. They're attacking immediately, so let's see how this plays out. Tam's taking a bath while this guy's literally coming to kill him. Hurry up and take your shit. We got stuff to do. All right, let's draft you. We're gonna put you over here, and we're gonna wait. We gotta wait until this guy shows up. He's igniting my battery. He's looking to literally cripple me. So as soon as he gets into range, we're gonna move on to the other side of this building, and we are going to surprise him. We're gonna just start shooting at him. So he's way out in the open. He's got no cover. So here we go. He's hit. He's hit twice. There we go. All right, we killed him. We're gonna. Does he have a coat? Please tell me he's got a coat. Ooh, he's got a cloth parka. He's wearing some cargo shorts. Thick for staying warm. All right, yeah. So we are going to strip him, and I don't care about the mood debuff. We need that parka. We need it. I'm gonna strip him. I'm going to wear this parka. And you know what? We're gonna wear the beanie too. Why not? Keep us warm. And I know we're wearing some dead man clothing. Oh, I actually don't have the debuff. Oh, yeah, I am. I am wearing a dead man's parka. Okay. So we are going to build a little grave for him because I really don't want to deal with the debuff on that. So let's go ahead and prioritize working on that grave. I'm not dealing with that. So yeah, you go ahead and you haul those things. You just hop right to. Now, I'm pretty sure we need terrain rehabilitation. I think that's what we need in order to rehabilitate this ice and lay soil on it. So we are going to work on that. We need to focus all of our efforts to researching terrain rehabilitation, and I will get back to you as soon as he is done researching that. All right, so we are crunched for time, obviously. I noticed that we've got this gravel over here, which I can make work because I do have the tilled soil mod, and that's going to help us out a little bit. So I am going to build a 2x door there. If I have it, do I have it? Hello. There we go. All right, cool. So we're gonna build that, and then I am going to lay some tilled soil over there, and I'm going to stop researching for now. We are going to set to construct and haul, and we're gonna eat. Hopefully, don't go straight to bed. Nope, we're gonna repair the wall, both of them, and now we are going to build. So pretty sure we're gonna run out of limestone, which is fine. You can get some more. It's obviously night time for Tam. It is day 7. This is day 7, and we've got a small little base of operations set up and going. So far, random Randy, extreme hasn't been too bad yet. I'm pretty sure he's about to start popping off at some point close by. He's gonna start, you know, royally f***ing me. So we are going to do everything in our power to stay alive. Our mood is going to have permanent debuffs because we are in a pretty crappy situation. We've got a dead man's parka and his beanie hat on so that we can stay warm. We're in an ugly environment just because of the ice. We're eating without table, which is, you know, according to the Reddit community, the most awful and atrocious thing that you could ever do to a pawn. And awful bedroom. Our bedroom is absolutely awful. I mean, look, there's piss stains all over the floor. It's urine, and it's not good. So, yeah. So we've got 44 limestone blocks left. That's probably enough to finish this door, and not even a full wall. So we will construct that, and then after he's done constructing, I'm hoping that he goes to finish deconstructing those walls or those floors that are over here. There is an issue. This side of the walls, these floors, they fall outside of the map, the building map. So I don't think that they're going to do orders from outside of that map as far as deconstructing goes. And it looks like you would like to do that. I know you really would, and I appreciate that, but I need you to not do that. So if you could be so kind as to... Oh, he's doing it. He's doing it right outside of the map, so that's nice. We've just got that little extra bit of limestone blocks that is going to push that production, or push that over. Oh, no, I need you to haul this too. There you go. All right. So now we're going to unrestrict these, and we need to build... It's nice because we've got this little slate bit right there, which is great. We are going to build a copy of this heater. We're going to build it right there. I need to make some transparent roofing, which costs 1 steel each. So we're going to build that right over there. It's going to cost 36 steel, and we've got definitely enough for that. So the heater is another 60, so 36 and 65, we're looking at 105 steel.
2 + 2 is 4, -1, that's 3, quick maths.
Just to get this thing up and running. And then not only that, but I need to build some power conduits. Actually, you know what, it might be able to reach the cord. Might be able to just reach right all the way over there. That's what I'm hoping. If it doesn't reach, then we'll build a... and I got the... I got a Okay. Alright, game. This is it. This is how we die. Okie dokie. Well, make sure that we've got Glitter World Medicine selected. It sucks that we have to use it for this occasion, but this is the hand we've been dealt. This is what we've got. We're gonna have to work with it, so that's totally fine. Totally understandable. Alright, so a refugee is chased at the colony. Jailbird named Crystal Silver. That's it's a official name. Someone who maybe works in the industry. Calls you from nearby. She's being chased by pirates. By pirates from the Cutlasses. She begs for safety and offers to join your colony. Biologically, she's 50 years old, and she's been in the industry for quite some time. Be warned, if you accept, you'll have to fight the pirates on her tail. Caring, social, intellectual, and crafting are all the things she's incapable of, and she is a wimp and she's lazy. But she is passionate for melee, animals, and mining, which is major. I'm sorry, but, no. Silver screams in panic to the tiny speaker as you cut off the transmission. Well, that's just sad. But you know what? It's a dog-eat-dog world. I know I already said that before, but that's just the way things are. So we've treated our flu. I'm assuming it's because it's cold, and we are doing bed rest. I need you to work on this stuff. I'm gonna take you off of bed rest for a bit. I just need you to work because you know, that's this is something that needs to get done. Definitely something that needs to get done. We're gonna do a growing zone in here, and we're gonna set it to rice. It looks like we've got the transparent roofing coming down right now. We need to build the limestone walls still. Those never got done, which means that this is okay, so we're going to, we gotta set the flick. Totally forgot. There we go. Alright. So transparent roofing is done. We're going to throw some of that on there. And let's get a, it says that we need some joy. So I'm going to build a horseshoes pin, put up some limestone blocks here. And there we go. So now let's set our work to growing and plant cutting. I'm going to prioritize sowing this area. I don't know how we're going to do with the whole flu situation. I mean, it's at 42% of our body, but the thing is when it gets to a certain level, we're not going to be able to take care of ourselves. And if we can't take care of ourselves, we're most likely going to die because we... Colonist needs treatment. Okay, yeah, we're treating ourselves. Cool. We're most likely going to die because it's going to get to the point where the disease becomes so debilitating that we can't move. We're going to be completely immobile. So, hopefully that doesn't happen. If it does happen, oh well, we can, you know, we're just going to start a new campaign, and that's fine. I've never had, that's one thing that I really enjoy about Rimworld is that I have never had a problem restarting a colony because I've learned something new, or I have essentially just discovered a new way to do things, and that is a quality in a game that I can really respect because it just shows unlimited replayability. It's something that, you know, there's a lot of things in this game that I still haven't even explored. Cannibalism being one of them, which I may do as a I may actually do that as a series. It's just something that it's interesting. It's an interesting thing. There's the whole, you can be a cannibal, you can be like a slave trader, slave driver. I have been kind of delving into, well, it looks like we're absolutely doing nothing, so let's, you know, let's do pet rest. No, because we need a place to make food. So what we're going to do is we are going to deconstruct these things, these two walls right here. We're going to hop on that. So anyways, yeah, being a cannibal, and then you can, you know, take the masochist perk so that doesn't affect you, or it's psychopath or something like that. And yeah, it's there's a lot of playability with this game. You can roll however many times you want. You can start over. If you don't like something about your colony, you just start over, and you know, you don't look back. You don't look back because you've learned so much already about the game, and that's just something that I can really respect. So I know that whole, you know, that whole segment just there was me running in circles saying the same thing over and over again. I'm sorry. You're gonna have to bear with me on that one because I do that quite a bit. I wasn't even set to constructing. We're wandering. We had nothing going on. Wow. All right, there's our horseshoes pin. We're gonna be happy campers now. But we still have 18 packaged survival meals. We really gotta hope that this comes through. The rice plant is growing. However, it is losing its growth rate because it is starting to turn into nighttime. It's been 10 days. This is day 10. So currently the flu is at 76% immunity. It's
progression level is at 52, so we're about halfway there. Pretty much the rule is, if you've never played Rimworld before, you want your immunity to reach 100% before the flu does, or that disease. Once that disease hits 100%, you die. And that's it. And for our case, if we die, that's game over. We start over. Completely fresh, completely new. We're gonna have to do all of this all over again. And we don't want that right away. Especially seeing that this is my first time trying actually Randy Random. I usually play Phoebe Chillax. I play that on some challenge, just because I enjoy the whole base building, colony management. That's just something that I love doing. So Randy Random was a kind of a split decision that I had made on a drive home from work, and yeah, I so far so good. Nothing that I can really complain about so far. We are tending to ourselves again. We've used 5 Glitter World medicine. We're at 87%, so we are almost through this. We are almost there. You hang in there, bud. Me. Okay, so we've deconstructed those granite walls. We're gonna now try to pick up all the floors that are here. It's just all that extra granite that's laying around. As you saw with this slate wall over here, I actually used it so that I could build around it, and that was just for me to save resources. So definitely useful there. Our rice plants are growing pretty quick. It's day 2 since they've been grown, and they're already at halfway. So, and I think at 80% is when they are able to be harvested. So it's a good thing that we threw this heater in there, or else it just wouldn't have grown whatsoever. And luckily, the heater was able to connect straight to the solar generator, which is that little line right there, little connector cable. And so, yeah, we've got ourselves a working indoor farm, essentially. If I wanted to expand it, I could, but right now, for just me, I don't think that we're going to need, that much food right away. More to come on that, obviously, but as far as, like, a refrigerator goes, that was one thing that I was kind of thinking about. I don't think I'm going to build refrigerators right away. I think I'm going to wait until I get to the, more further into the mainland. Yeah, as soon as we get further in, then I can start looking into building some refrigerators and going from there. So we need to be set to because we are a bit stuck. We left all the resources out there. We are going to build a wall. We build like a little area that we can cook. So let's go ahead, and we're going to build that out of granite. So let's do 2, 3, 4, 5 out, not 6 out. And then we're going to build out this way. 2, boop, and just like that. We're going to build a granite door. And then we are going to build a roof area. Escape pod. To order a scientist. He's in no immediate danger right now. He is cold, but he's a night owl and he is a brawler. Medicine's at a 3, fighting's at a 7, intellectual's at a 9, crafting's at a 5, and growing's at a 3. So, again, we are unfortunately just not ready. We're not ready for more people. So we are going to just leave him out there and let him perish. Sometimes they will just get up and they can move around and leave. They'll leave the area as quickly as possible. So hopefully he survives. We're going to build a. We don't have really any kind of. What's it called? We don't have any kind of like fuel. So what we're going to do is we're going to build a vent here, which had nothing to do with having fuel. The electric stove is going to be our best friend right now because we have the power with the solar generator, and then the battery is also collecting power for us.
The reason that I roofed the battery, in case you guys don't know why, so if you leave the battery out in exposed air, or essentially in exposed conditions, so rain and snow and things like that, it has a chance to short circuit, and all of this power that's stored in here, this 1,000 watts, will explode right then and there, and that could be very dangerous for this area, especially seeing that everything here is made out of wood. So okay, we're gonna build a little stockpile dumping zone, or a little, I keep saying dumping zone, it's not a dumping zone, it's just a stockpile zone. We're gonna build that right there, and what we're gonna do is we're actually going to make that for food. So you know what, no, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. I got a better idea. We're gonna deconstruct this wall. We're gonna build a little bit thing here, just like that. We're gonna remove this, and we're gonna place a vent right there. I am then going to build a stockpile zone right there. We're gonna clear all and only make it for foods. We're gonna take foods off of over here, and what we're essentially gonna do is we're gonna allow natural cool air to refrigerate our items. Obviously this area will be roofed, and then we'll have this door right here, and what that's going to do is it's allow us to have a walk-in fridge, so that we don't have to waste power on keeping the area cool. Which I guess that's one benefit to living out in the snow. We don't need to worry about things decomposing quickly because they'll be frozen. Looks like we've developed an immunity. I completely forgot that it even happened. I think it's because I was just so confident that we were going to make it through, and we did. So that's great. All right, so we are out of metal. We have 29 metal. So what we're going to do is we are going to mine this little vein here using the vein miner tool, and that is a mod. Which mod it is, I actually don't remember, so please don't smite me for not knowing that. We're cold because we accidentally deleted this roof, or this wall, and yeah, we also slept outside apparently. So yeah, we got to get some steel here, so we're going to mine all of this, and then that should give us enough steel to be able to build our vents and build our electric stove. A friendly AI from your past named Charlin Whitestone has sent you a message. He reveals that he has a starship hidden on this planet and sends you its world coordinates. The starship is currently in deep hibernation mode. You'll have to start it up when you arrive, and then defend it from raiders trying to steal it until startup sequence completes. If you can get the ship off the ground, Charlin will take you off this Rimworld and to the stars. So I think that's going to be our goal for the game. I've never actually tried doing that, going to the crashed ship. I know that it's an option, but you can also build your own ship and you can get off of the Rimworld. So we're going to jump to location, and it is... How far away is it from us? It is on the other side of the planet. Because here we are. This is our little spot. And it is all the way up here. So it's going to take quite a bit of traveling. Another thing that we can do is we could build launch pods that could take us all the way. Ooh, it's in a cavern too. That's unfortunate. So yeah, we can try to build launch pods and launch ourselves there. The only issue is every time we land, we're gonna have to build another launch pod, and we're gonna have to build, more things to keep pushing us to get up there. And also, that's, when we get more people, we start getting more colonists. It's gonna be a little difficult to push our way up there with more people. It's gonna cost more resources, and as of right now, the way I see it, it's not really worth it to use launch pods to get up there right away. So one other thing too is that I need to ensure that I'm set to construct as well, because we need to... Okay. Well, if that wasn't a godsend, I don't know what was. We needed that for more metal. But anyways, the roofing, if you mine too far away from the roofs will collapse and can cause injury to you. And if they cause injury to us, it means we're going to have to use more Blur World medicine, and that means that we're just going to be wasting more resources. So these granite block doors, this is getting created right now. Once that's done, that should seal this area, and we shouldn't be sleeping outside anymore. We're going to transport the steel to the electric stove, as well as a little bit more steel from the stuff that we mined. Drop some of that off at the vent, and then we're going to take a nap. Day 14. Skate pod. Scagnetti. Mom Spaghetti. Female space refugee. They are ascetic, night owl, and an optimist. They got a pretty high score in social, as well as some passion for it. Some passion for growing, but a not very good score in artistic as well. So the only thing that's good about this person is their social. And then obviously, like, growing, because they have passion in it, that also helps. However, the skill is so low that I don't really want to work with it right now, and it's just, I don't think it's worth it. I don't think it's worth it, and unfortunately, Mom Spaghetti here is going to get the same treatment that everyone else is getting, and we're going to have to leave her to die. Fall has begun. We are now in April-May, which is fall, if you don't understand how this works. So there are, we got to break down on our heater for our vegetables. So the way that it works is there are 4 quadrums, and those quadrums consist of April-May, which is April through May in real life, so fall. Jugust, which is June through August, which is winter. Septober, which is September through October, and that is spring, and then Decembrary, which is summer. Actually, I think Septober is September through November, but they kind of just mixed it all into one. So normally those seasons don't align, obviously, but because of the location in the world, this is what seasons are within this map. If we move maps, if we move a little bit further away on the map, it's going to change. That won't stay the same. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. That's not good. That is not good. Okay. I need you to fix that immediately because our rice is about to start dying. We only have 9 survival meals left. Okay. Alright, I think we fixed it. I need you to get back onto plant cutting. Yeah, right here on plant cutting. And we're going to take you off of constructing. I need you to harvest all of that rice ASAP, because it is going to just keep dying if that happens again. See, we already lost 4 plants doing that, so we're going to grab this rice. Harvest failed, harvest failed. Okay, so out of that harvest, we got 50, which will be 5 simple meals, and that's gonna hold us for at least, you know, I would say maybe 2.5 days, 3 days, if we're eating 2 meals a day. So yeah, we need to get back. We need to sow that area as well. So let's hop to, and then we also need to be set to construct. Really just Eskimo living right now, that's for sure. Our vent is now built for our walk-in freezer. Luckily, it's refrigerated, but here and there it'll jump to frozen, which is nice, which means that it just won't spoil whatsoever. So, yeah, we don't have to worry about really losing food due to heat. And I'm wandering in sadness because of an ugly environment. Oh boy. Visitors have arrived. We're going to send them away because we really can't afford to take care of them. We don't want them giving us a bad rep on Yelp and telling all their buddies, hey,
these guys are awful. They're not very good guests or hosts. So we're gonna tell them no, that you should just go away. I may be able to drop this dead man's plate, or this dead man's parka, my bad. It's keeping us so warm right now. If I take that off, we may start getting hypothermia, especially if that happens again. The mental break, we'll probably die. So, these components are out in the open. The steel is out in the open. Steel, luckily doesn't deteriorate while it's in the open. However, these components will, and we don't want that. In fact, we've used about 11 components so far just with this little base. So the more components, the better. But we are getting to a point where we are tired, we're hungry, we need to take a pee, we need to take a bath. We're just not comfortable whatsoever. So yeah, we're wandering in this mental break. So I'm actually going to take this time while we're in this mental break to end the episode here. So I would like to thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, this pilot, please leave your comments down below and let me know how I did. And as always, I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Diver screams in panic with a tiny speaker before you cut off the transmission. As we continue to play horseshoes like nothing is going on. Good thing that's getting edited out. Oh, shit. That can hurt. Oh, God. Okay. All right. Oh, we ignore the pain. Just ignore the pain. Ignore the pain. Okay.